The sea was calm as glass, the reflections of the surrounding peaks a perfect mirror image. The cack-cack of seabirds mingled with the babble of distant waterfalls. I sipped my wine. Sure beats lying in the mud in a blind squatting mosquitoes and hoping the poachers don't have itchy trigger fingers. A faint, soothing sound broke the quiet. I grabbed the binoculars, and as I lifted them to see, I heard it again. The distinctive whoosh of a humpback whale exhaling as it broke the surface. I stood up. There were 3, no 4, maybe 5, about a half-mile out, and they were headed toward us. I stood in awe, watching as a group surfaced for air 3 more times, their warm breath held aloft in tiny clouds of mist. Then on the 5th exhalation, each arched its back as it dove, showed its distinctive fluke. I zinged down the ladder. "Dalton, wake up! Wake up!" He sat up with a jolt. "What is it? What's wrong?" He rubbed his eyes and ran his fingers through his hair, sitting on the edge of the bunk, shirtless and wearing only his boxer shorts. For a moment, I'd forgot what I'd come down for. Nothing," I said, and forced my eyes to the floor. His shoes had been placed next to the bunk in perfect alignment atop his shirt and jeans, folded with perfect corners and stacked one atop the other. "Come see," I said, louder than I intended to as I backed out of his cabin. We got topside as one of the whales surfaced again, this time within 200 yards. It exhaled and water sprayed into the air with a resounding whoosh, the wistful whisper of a giant. In moments another surfaced, then another. Their exhalations without hurry, a peaceful yogic breath, and I was reminded of the pranayama. I drew in a long breath and exhaled, concentrating on an easy, constant letting go. Just me and the water and the sky and the whales. Nothing else mattered. Then the first arched his back, and as he dove, his fluke broke the surface and water poured off, separating into countless tiny streams as the tail flattened, then tipped upward and slowly disappeared below the water. As though choreographed by some ancient force, each followed in the same manner, showing us their wide tail flukes. I turned to Dalton. "I thought you'd want to see." He nodded, his smile wide. "Yeah, thanks. And keep an eye out. Orcas often travel with humpbacks. Or the other way around. Both take advantage of others' fishing techniques." A whale surfaced right next to the boat, its exhalation so loud I fell back on my butt with a start. Dalton let out a whoop, and I giggled. I couldn't help myself. I giggled with delight as I ran to the bow. The whale passed below in the crystal-clear water, then came up on the other side and blew out a breath. The mist sprayed me in the face. "That's amazing!" My whole body tingled with joy. "Fish breath," I said to Dalton, and giggled some more. Dalton's smile said it all. The other humpback surfaced about 50 yards off the starboard bow, circling back. "How could anyone want to harm such beautiful creatures?" I whispered. He shook his head. "They're just so beautiful," I said. Dalton turned to face me. I could feel his eyes on me. I met his gaze, and his eyes held mine. Whoosh came another watery breath. "We should take some pictures," I said, and hurried down below for the camera, escaping from Dalton's gaze. I stopped and drew in a deep breath. "Don't go there, McVie. It's dangerous territory." I got the camera and headed back topside. I managed to snap a few frames, but the whales were quickly getting further and further away. "It's amazing how much distance they cover, and it feels like they're moving so slowly." "Yeah," he muttered. "I should hit the sack again." I could tell his mind was elsewhere. "Wake me in 4." He headed down below, without looking at me.